Hello aspirants, welcome back to our channel. If you're preparing for the UPSC exam, you're in the right place. In today's video, we'll be diving into one of the most crucial periods in ancient Indian history, the later Vedic period. So, let's break it down in a simple, structured way to make sure you understand its significance for the UPSC Civil Services exam. The later Vedic period spans roughly from 1000 BCE to 600 BCE. It is the time following the early Vedic period, which is primarily characterized by the composition of the Rig Veda. During the later Vedic period, society underwent significant transformations, and many elements of early Hinduism began to solidify. Politically, the later Vedic period saw the emergence of larger kingdoms, which were known as. The term refers to powerful tribes or clans that had grown in size and influence. Some important Mahajanapadas during this period include the Kuru, Panchala, Videha, and Kosala. The kingship became more centralized, with monarchs gaining more control, and the role of tribal assemblies started to diminish. The concept of became more prominent as the king was seen as the ultimate authority, with powers extending over military, administration, and religion. One of the defining features of the later Vedic period was the development of a more rigid social structure. The fourfold Varna system, priests and scholars, warriors and rulers, merchants and agriculturists, and servants, became more pronounced. These categories were increasingly institutionalized, with the idea of subcastes also emerging. This was a period when the importance of the grew, particularly in religious and ritualistic practices, as the Vedic sacrifices and rituals became more elaborate and complex. The later Vedic period also marks the development of religious thought. The rituals became more sophisticated, and the focus shifted towards yajnas, or sacrificial rituals. The importance of the brahmanas, the priests, increased as they were seen as the mediators between the gods and the people. Alongside this, new philosophical concepts began to emerge. The Upanishads, which were composed towards the end of this period, introduced profound ideas like Brahman, the universal soul, and Atman, the individual soul. They questioned the nature of existence, providing the foundation for later Hindu philosophy. The economy in the later Vedic period was primarily agrarian, with people engaged in farming, cattle rearing, and trading. Iron tools and weapons, like the iron plow, were used, which boosted agricultural productivity. Trade also flourished, both within the subcontinent and with regions outside India, particularly with Central Asia and the Middle East. The use of coinage started to emerge in this period, laying the groundwork for a more structured economy. Literature during the later Vedic period expanded significantly. While the Rig Veda was the focal point of the early Vedic period, the later Vedic texts include the Yajur Veda, Samaveda, and Atharva Veda, which were composed to supplement and expand upon the earlier hymns. The most important literary contributions, however, were the Upanishads, which not only dealt with metaphysical topics but also marked the beginning of philosophical reflection and inquiry in Indian thought. The later Vedic period eventually gave way to the rise of the Mahajanapadas, and the political and social systems began to evolve into what we know as the Maurya Empire. The complex rituals of the Vedic religion started to lose their appeal, giving rise to new religious movements like Jainism and Buddhism, which were more accessible to the masses. In conclusion, the later Vedic period was a time of significant change in India, politically, socially, and religiously. It laid the foundation for many cultural and religious practices that would continue to evolve in the centuries to come. Understanding this period is essential for any serious aspirant, as it forms the bedrock of Indian civilization, with its impacts still visible today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more UPSC-related content. And, as always, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments section below. Keep studying, stay focused, and good luck with your preparations.